Marvel's Spider-Man, the spectacular spider fan. It was October 31st, and as he did every Halloween, Peter Parker returned home to help Aunt May hand out candy to neighborhood trick-or-treaters. As group after group of ghosts and witches, astronauts and superheroes came and went, Aunt May couldn't help but remember simpler times. "Peter, I remember how excited you were when you were little," she said. "You always loved running around in costumes." "I still do," Peter thought, hiding a secret smile. But then, just as Aunt May dropped another heaping handful of candy into children's bags, Peter's spidey sense started tingling. Danger was near. Meanwhile, just up the block, little David Dangle and his pals were ringing doorbells and raking in the goods. Chocolate, licorice, you name it. They had collected it. David, as it happened, was dressed as his most favorite of heroes. He had been waiting all year to dress up as the spectacular Spider-Man. Unfortunately, little David Dangle's timing was terrible. Other kids started shouting in the distance. Other friends spun around, alarmed. The villainous Hobgoblin was flying through the night, stealing bags of candy left and right. "You aren't really Spider-Man, are you?" Hobgoblin shrieked, whirling down toward David. "You're short, you're scrawny, and you're certainly no hero." "I am tonight," David replied. He knew he was no match for the villain, but he had to do whatever he could to keep his neighborhood safe. "Run, you guys! I got this," David shouted, standing his ground as Hobgoblin menaced closer. Hobgoblin stopped dead in his tracks, hovering right in front of the tiny hero. "Robbing banks makes me ever so hungry," the villain snarled. Then, with one swift swipe, Hobgoblin ripped David's bag of candy right from the boy's back. "I won't let you get away with this," David said as he targeted the villain with his toy web shooters. David sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. He covered the Hobgoblin's face with fake webs. But the Hobgoblin easily shrugged off the foam, a sneer curling his lips. "You know, you're just as foolish as the real Spider-Man," Hobgoblin chuckled. "I'll take that as a compliment," a strong voice called from above. "It was Spider-Man, the real one. True, fantastic, sensational, amazing Spider-Man." Spidey swung past, grabbing David and carrying him back to safety, far from the villain's reach. "There's nothing foolish about being brave, friendly Spider-Man, or Spider-Fan," Peter began, "but take it from a genuine webhead. This kind of trouble needs to be handled by grown-ups." "You got it, Spidey," David said. He knew the hero was right. Peter made David promise to stay safe, then lunged back out into the night sky. Spidey shot a web line, driving straight for Hobgoblin. "Don't think I haven't prepared for this," Hobgoblin challenged. He reached into his bag and hurled a handful of razor-sharp, bat-shaped ninja stars right at the wall crawler. Spidey twirled around the blades with ease, but his web line didn't. The bat blade snapped into his web and sent the hero hurtling toward the hard concrete below. "Grab the clothesline, Spider-Man!" David shouted from above. "Great idea, Spider-Fan!" Peter called back. Spidey took hold of the clothesline as he fell. Shirts, sweaters, undies, and dresses flew left and right as he swung down into the villain. Spider-Man knocked Hobgoblin from his glider with a mighty kick. It wasn't long before the police arrived to deal with the defeated villain. Spider-Man made sure to return all the candy bags back to their rightful owners. "Happy Halloween, kids!" Spidey said as he swung off into the night. Exhausted and exhilarated, David soon returned home from the night of adventure. He tackled his mom with a giant bear hug. "How was your night?" she asked. David couldn't hide his smile, grinning from ear to ear. "Mom," he said, "my night was amazing." Next year, Peter thought, maybe I'll go trick-or-treating as my new hero. Just who was that new hero? It was a little spider fan named David Dangle.